One, of course, is the institutional development of BRICS countries. The second thing is global health. The third area would be the governance of artificial intelligence. And then, of course, there are inter-BRICS issues that will be raised. Global food supply and, of course, global peace. Trade and investment are also included in this. But I think BRICS are at a pivotal moment now. For one, we have the tariffs that have been imposed by President Trump on different countries, and specifically on BRICS countries. China is negotiating with the United States to have some kind of relief on the tariff issue. Russia and Iran, which are members of the BRICS, are under sanctions by the United States and the European countries. And therefore, given the fact that we have now Iran that's at war with Israel, the agenda will be reshaped tremendously. And this is going to affect the general agenda within the BRICS summit.
What the BRICS group are working on at the moment is to coordinate efforts in regard to promoting trade and commerce. This is their usual point. But this year it is an exception because now in America we have a new administration led by President Donald Trump, and he had kicked into motion certain tariff decisions, bilateral as well as in a very broad sense, EU countries, bilateral countries, and global countries. No country is spared, even Ethiopia. Now we have a tariff of 10%. If we want to, sell our products to the American market, the American consumers. So what is coordinated now is the response. How shall we respond? How shall we respond to this, to the effects, to the negative effects of these tariffs put in motion across Asia, Latin America, Africa, and Europe, and everywhere. So that's the main agenda.
What I believe is they will be looking at cryptocurrencies that can be used for trade between the BRICS countries. BRICS countries are already trading with their own currencies. For example, Russia is selling its oil and gas to China through yuan, and China is also accepting ruble as a medium of exchange. India and Russia have the same kind of relationships. So definitely these kind of currency swaps are going to happen between different BRICS countries. The second thing, I think, and more important for the BRICS countries now, is the emerging global security issues. Now we have a bipolar world where you have the West on one side and you have the BRICS and global South on the other side. So this political realignment is going to be an important issue for the BRICS summit to be discussing this.
That we live in a new world. This is an economic and social bloc, BRIC countries. The very goal is to set up an alternative organization, alternative to the liberal democratic order that we know it since the end of the Second World War. So now, as a political force, they are strategizing to make their presence felt in all global institutions like the UN, World Bank, and IMF, as well as to be financially strong, as well as to represent these 3.3 billion people who are now part and parcel of the BRICS group of nations, plus about 38% of the world's GDP, and still continuing, and 41% of the world's population, which is huge. What kind of a strategy? What kind of a strategy should we follow in the creation of a multipolar world away from a unipolar world? There is a feeling as well as a position and a strategy that the BRIC countries, which are not small countries but big giant countries like China, like India, like Russia, South Africa, and even Ethiopia and Egypt, and etc., their footprints shaping the course of political events in the world is going to be discussed.